Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel and a brand new video. Today we have my Disney Marvel Blu-ray collection. Now I did the Disney Pixar, the Disney Classics, and the Disney live action ones, and that was 5 years ago. So 5 years later, we're finally going to do the 19 Marvel ones that I have. Now the way that we're going to do it is we are going to show you the cover, what's underneath, and a little brief what I think of the movie. So without further ado, let's get into it. Right, they're in order. So let's begin. So first up, everything started with Iron Man. Now all of the covers essentially are quite simple. They all have this sort of splash of colour across the middle with the title, and on the spine it will say which phase it's from. We are currently, I believe, in phase 5 of the Marvel movies. I have movies from phases 1 through 4. Because I don't think I've seen many of them with these covers in phase 5 that have been released on DVD or Blu-ray at the moment, but this is this one here, and then underneath, yeah, it's pretty much the same. And this is still in the plastic. I mostly collect these than watch these because I can just watch them on Disney Plus whenever I want. Solid star, by the way, pretty good movie. Then we've got a little jump and we've got Avengers Assemble, and as you can see there's a sticker on here that says new collectible sleeves, and I do hope that they still do them. You got the spine on that one, has Iron Man on there. The other side has the Hulk. I think the cover is quite similar, which it is. I do like this one. I do. Who's your favourite Avenger from the originals? I have a real soft spot for Hawkeye for some reason. Then, now this is a good one. I don't own the first Avenger, is it called? But I have Captain America the Winter Soldier. Very good movie. Such a good movie. Look at him there, Chris Evans. Oh, cover's definitely different. This is Black Widow looked amazing in this, but it's such a good like spy thriller movie. So good. And of course the introduction of Bucky down there. So on here, it's just Captain America's face on both sides, and this is phase 2. Then we have Avengers Age of Ultron. I know a lot of people don't like this movie. I quite like this one. I have no issue. I rewatched all of them in lockdown during that time of our lives. Oh, I was going to say, who's that? That's actually Ultron. Again, another phase 2 one. There we go. What they've essentially done is taken all of these characters here and then just kind of split them between. And as you can see, we've still got that colour across there with the title as well. But yeah, I don't think the movie got the hate it really deserved, so I had no problems with this. Then we have Ant-Man. I love Paul Rudd. He is amazing in the role, but the Ant-Man movies are just not that great. But him as a character, love. His movies, just not so much. So this is what this looks like. There we are. On the spine, we just have Paul Rudd on both sides. One side has a little sun damage. Can you tell the difference there? Whoops. Still in phase 2 though as well. Next up, we have Civil War. Love this movie so much. This is a phase 3 one. So I think it's Captain on one side and Iron Man on the other. And yeah, it's very similar. You've just got obviously the shield in the 2 different colours. Obviously red for Iron Man, blue for Captain America. I think even the back covers are pretty much the same. Look at that. Basically the same. Love. Such a good movie. Who were you captain of? Who were you team? Were you team Iron Man or team Captain? I was team Captain America. Next up, we've got Doctor Strange, and a continuation of phase 3. We have, of course, Mr. Strange on both sides. I actually saw this one in the cinema. Oh, cover is quite different. It was very Inception, this movie. I'm not going to lie, I really struggled to understand what was genuinely going on in this movie. I left the cinema with more questions than answers, but I love Doctor Strange as a character. I think Benedict Cumberbatch is absolutely amazing, and I love Wong. He's great. Yeah, I do like this one. And look, it's just the same on the back too. I'll start showing the backs as well now, but yeah, that is Doctor Strange. Following on, we have the second of the Guardians movies. I don't own the first one, and I thought I did. So this is this one here again. It's got that new collectible sleeves logo on there, and we have Chris Pratt on both sides of that one. Yeah, as you can see, what they've done is they've just taken the characters from here and just split them between the text, and the back is slightly different, but it's the same images. They've just put them in circles for some reason. I don't know why they've done that. This one must have been watched because it's out of the plastic. And this is still a Phase 3 movie as well. One thing I will say is, just like Ant-Man, I love the characters. I love these characters. I think Chris Pratt's amazing. I think they're all fantastic. I just don't like the movies. I don't know what it is. I can't get into them. I haven't watched the third one yet, so I'm hoping I'm going to like that one. But the first two, great introduction to the characters themselves, but I have preferred them in the Avengers movies than in their own. I don't know why that is, but that's just how I feel about it. Next up, we're still in Phase 3, and we have Thor Ragnarok, where Chris Hemsworth got a complete and utter makeover, and that long hair was chopped off. So here is Thor Ragnarok. A bit of a moodier image. Well, he's moody in both, isn't he? There we go. And then the back is quite similar on this. There we go. And it's him on both sides as well. I do like this movie. A little bit darker, introduced Hela. Love Kate Blanchett. Amazing. Just assumed that they killed her off. And that's not a spoiler because this movie's been out for a very long time now. So that's on you if you've not seen it yet. Then we have Black Panther. Still Phase 3. I thought this was Phase 4. Here he is here. Cover. There's Wakanda in the background. Spine. Oh, look, same image there, look. The back is basically the same. And it'll be him on both sides, it is. Chadwick Boseman. He did an absolutely amazing job in the role. Rest in peace. Not really many complaints with this movie. Wish there was a touch more action, but a pretty solid movie overall. Infinity War. Thanos, he was a bad bitch, wasn't he? I love Infinity War and Endgame. I have a real soft spot for Infinity War. I don't know why that is. I think it's just because it was the anticipation and the build-up to Endgame. Here we have this here. This poster is pretty iconic at this point. Still in the plastic, sorry for any glare. So who do we have? We have Thanos on both sides of this one. There we go. The back is the same. There you go. Fantastic, loved it. And here we have Ant-Man and the Wasp. Again, yeah, we introduced the Wasp. We introduced Michelle Pfeiffer. I think she was a little bit wasted in this movie, to be honest. Quantumania, I preferred that over the first two ones. I don't own that one, that's why I'm mentioning it here. There we go. Cover. It's probably just the poster, to be honest. And the character of Ghost was completely and utterly wasted, by the way, so... And then the back is basically the same. Yeah, it is. And it's Paul Rudd's Ant-Man on both sides. You think they would have put the Wasp on one of them and, you know, but hey-ho, they didn't. 12 down and 7 to go. We are still in Phase 3. Phase 3 must have been really big, unless I just own them all. We have Captain Marvel. Here she is, Brie Larson. She was polarizing, I believe, in the role. I had no issues with her whatsoever. Back cover's the same. She is on the spine on both sides. This movie, I wasn't really massively fussed on it. I think it introduced her really well. I enjoyed the nostalgia of the whole 90s thing. Yeah, I think she got a lot of hate for not much reason. So, yeah, it's all right. Then we have Endgame. Still in the plastic. And this ended Phase 3, by the way. This poster, again, like the Infinity War, is completely and utterly iconic. There's the back, and it of course matches the back of the slipcover as well. We love it. Just love it. No complaints. I saw this on the day it came out, and even though I saw it on the day it came out, I still seen spoilers online. So shame on those people for that, but it's an incredibly solid movie. Then we move on to Phase 4. I've got 5 of these. So we have Black Widow. This was one of those things during those pandemic times where it was released to the cinema and on Disney Plus. You had to pay for it at the same time, and this was, of course, Black Widow. I actually did not mind this movie. I loved that we got Elena, who is, of course, played by Florence Pugh. Love her so much. Haven't seen Thunderbolts yet, and that's actually quite different. I love the white outfit on Scarlett Johansson, though. I think that's fantastic. And there we go there. The back's the same, though. And it is, of course, just Scarlett's Black Widow on the spine. Followed by Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Love this movie. I think it's so underrated in Marvel. He is amazing. He's fantastic. And I loved just exploring the world and just all of it. It was great. I love how that's completely and utterly different. Yeah, I just loved it. It was great. No complaints, no notes. Where's the sequel? That's what I say. Where's the sequel? And there's the spine there. As the Marvel movies went on, it seems that people got a lot more pickier or were less happy. Again, I wasn't massively fussed by Eternals. I didn't think it deserved all the hate that it got. I think the movie was too long and there wasn't enough action, is what I will say. But then I think you're trying to introduce... There's 10 characters here on this. Are we ever going to see them again? I have no idea. There we go there. I loved how it was made more down to earth. Maybe that's what people didn't like. They were like, we want superheroes. And they are superheroes, all in their own right. It's just it felt more down to earth, like you could see them living on your street. Does that make sense? That's what I think of that anyways. And then the spine is this one here, which I believe is... I think it's her. I just cannot remember her name. So I'm sorry. I saw this in the cinema. And it was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I loved this for one reason only. Wanda, it's the Scarlet Witch. Amazing. And I paid only $6.99 for this one because the sticker is still on. And we have Mr. Strange on both sides. And this is where they decided to make the Blu-rays thinner. And I don't know why. And it really frustrates me because on the shelf it just doesn't look right because they're not all the same size anymore. Underneath. Oh, I love the poster. Wanda in this pose. Elizabeth Olsen is just fantastic in the role. The spine. Sorry, the spine. The back is, of course, like that. And then the spine is just so narrow. It's so small. Yeah, if you're a fan of Wanda, watch this movie, is all I'll say. It's just great. And then finally, the last one I own is Thor, Love and Thunder. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's just kind of okay, this one. Obviously, Natalie Portman's character, I cannot remember her name. Oh, Jane Foster, because it's on the back of here. She became Thor in the comics, like Lady Thor, so this isn't like any form of spoiler. All the things that essentially happen in these movies happen in the comics, so nothing's really a spoiler. But obviously, Marvel movies and the TV shows do, you know, they change things. But I think that it was just rushed a little bit, and the movie was maybe a tad messy. And I think the tone went from the fun of Ragnarok to silly. And it shouldn't have gone to silly, but that's my opinion. I love the colour of the slip cover, though. There's the spine. There we go. And then the back. It's just the same as always. And that was $6.99 too. And that is the final one and concludes the 19 of the Marvel movies that I own. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are done going through all 19 of the Marvel movies that I own. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Let me sit these down. If you have, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. And I want to apologise that it's taken 5 years to get this video out, because as I said, the last one I released was the live action Disney movies, and that was in 2020, so oops, sorry for taking so long. It definitely was most definitely not worth the wait, but I hope you enjoyed it all the same. As I say, thumbs up if you enjoyed it, comment down below, do you own any of these? Do you like Marvel? I would assume you do if you've watched this video. And do you have any of the Phase 5 ones with this cover? Because I need to look into that. I need to look in my local HMV when I am next there. But yeah, that's it. hit the red subscribe button, tinkle the notification bell so you don't miss a video. And that's it. I've been Disney Matt. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Mwah. Bye, everyone.